all, welcome to STEM. I'm Priyanka and I'll be taking today's session on sentence pattern. So, what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which give complete meaning or a complete sense. So, that is what is called as a sentence. What are the sentence patterns that we all know? I'm sure that you would have studied in your school. Subject verb, a subject verb object, subject verb complement, SVOC, IODO. So let us talk about all these patterns in detail in today's session. It is just a brush up of whatever that you already know. Okay. So how do you identify a subject? It might be a noun or a pronoun and it occurs before a verb. And it will definitely answer to the question who. For example, Priya broke the mirror. So in this sentence, uh, if you could check with the question, who broke the mirror? It is Priya. So Priya here is the noun. Okay, the subject will also always answer to the question who. For the verb, I'll give an example. He is an engineer. Okay, so a verb will always describe an action or the work done by a subject. Okay, so what does the subject do? A verb will definitely answer to this question. What does he do? He is an engineer. Okay, so is the verb. And also, you if you want another example, I can write it as Priya wrote the exam. What does the subject do? What does Priya do? She wrote the exam. So wrote is the verb. I hope you all get it. Okay. And this is how you identify subject and verb in a given sentence. Let's move on to the next. Object and direct object and indirect object. Okay. So what is an object? To an object can be things or person. Okay. So a person, it may be a pronoun or a noun. It will definitely answer these two questions, what and whom. In case if it answers what, it is a direct object. In case if it answers whom, it is indirect object. Okay. For example, I can give you this example. He bought a laptop. Okay. So he bought what? Like, okay. So it will answer a laptop. So a laptop is the object here. She saw him. Here, she saw whom? She saw him. Okay, it answers whom. So that is again an object. So what you should remember is an object will always answer to the question what and whom. If it answers to the question what, it is a direct object. If it answers to a question whom, it is an indirect object. For indirect object, I can give you another example. Ravi gave her a rose. Here, her. Okay, Ravi gave whom a rose. Okay, so it is her. Here it is, her is an indirect object. So try to remember like this. Next is complement. So here, complement, it always completes the meaning of the sentence. If you remove the complement from that sentence, the sentence wouldn't be very grammatically right. It wouldn't make much sense. For example, we can take the same example. He is an engineer. Okay. So if you remove an engineer from the sentence, he is, you will not get a perfect mean. He is what? You get it? So the words that are required to complete the meaning of a sentence is called a complement. Okay. So next would be urgent. So urgent always answers to the question where, how, when, they. It would be either by place of manner or by place or by time or by reason. Okay. So these are the main things that you should remember in order to identify the subject or verb or object or complement or an adjunct from a particular sentence. For example, for an adjunct, I can give you is she sings beautifully. She sings beautifully. So here, beautifully is an adjunct because it answers to the question how. How does she sing? She sings beautifully, right? So, for example, I can give you another example for adjunct. Children ran fast. Okay, how did they run? They ran They ran fast. Okay. So this is also an example of adjunct. In case of place, I think you would remember. My sister is a doctor in Bangalore. So in Bangalore is a adjunct. So this is how you try to understand. So I'll give you some of the important points that you'll have to remember when you are trying to find out the pattern in a sentence, okay? Check if you can replace the complement with it. Okay, for example, she is beautiful. She is it. Doesn't work, right? So it is a complement. Object complement answers the question how. For example, I'll give an object complement. We elected him as the president. We elected him as the president. So here, we elected him as the president is SVOC, him as the president. You get it, the meaning of complement. For an example, for object complement answers for the question how. Next would be, these are the other points to remember. These are very rough statements that this will help you out when you are trying to figure out the pattern. So SP gives you a complete thought. Nothing should be needed after that. Okay. So SP would be like, the child cries, she sings, all that. You don't need anything after that, okay? But anyway, you can add something extra, but that statement gives you a perfect meaning. For SVO, someone does something to something. You get it for SVO. Mother cooks food. This is SVO. Someone does something, right? She cooks something. What does she cook? Food. Okay. So SVC is someone is something. For example, he will become a leader. Like someone is something, which means there are two attributes. I mean, the subject is connected to a different quality or an attribute. Okay, so SVOO, give or tell patterns, two receivers. So in case of SVIODO, we have two receivers. For example, we gave the children books. Okay, here we you have two receivers. He offered me a loan. Me and he. You get it? SVOC, make someone something. We I can give you another example. She named her she named the baby Raj. So here it would be SVOC. Okay. Is it quite confusing? In case if you have any doubts, leave it in the comment section. Okay, I'm just trying to give you an example of how you can identify sentences. And also, these are some of the rules that you'll have to keep in mind. Once we get back to the exercise, I think all your doubts would be cleared. Don't mix up compliments with adjuncts. People try to mix always the compliment and adjunct. Okay, she is in the room. Every time people might think that whatever is after is our compliments, but it is not always that case. Okay, she is in the room is adjunct. She is happy is complement. Okay, and also remember, adjuncts are flexible. Wherever you try to add the adjunct, the sentence will always have a meaning. Yesterday I met John at the store. I met John at the store yesterday. At the store I met John yesterday. Okay, you can take the adjunct and you can try to add that in the front of the sentence, or in the middle, or in the end. You might get a meaning out of it. Okay, adjuncts are always extra qualities or attributes to a sentence, and that is how you try to identify an adjunct. So yeah, here now let's talk about some of the examples. Try to identify this. Yesterday we sang. What is this? So yesterday is an adjunct. Okay, and then we is a subject, sang is a verb. Yesterday answers to the question when, right? So it is an adjunct. We'll move to the next question. Identify this question. The clouds poured heavily. What else is this? The subject is the clouds. Poured is the verb. Heavily is the adjunct, because it replies to the question how, right? You get it? How did the clouds pour? Heavily, right? How the clouds pour. Like you don't have to add any helping verbs or anything. Just it gives you a meaning out of it. I'll give you another example. Often he gets depressed. What is it? So often will be adjunct. He is yes. Gets is a verb. Depressed is complement. If you try to remove the complement, there won't be any meaning. ASV. Just try. Often he gets what? There's no meaning, right? So it's a complement. So the pattern will be ASVC. Let's move on to the next example. Yes. Next example would be the actor gave the heroine a ride. So here the actor would be subject. Gave would be verb. The heroine would be object. What kind of an object? It is a indirect object. This is a direct object. So how did we arrive at that? Here the actor gave the heroine what? A ride. Okay, answers to the question what. So it is a direct object. The heroine, sorry, the actor who gave the actor gave a ride to whom? The heroine. So that though the heroine is the indirect object here. So the sentence would be SVIO DO. The actor gave the heroine a ride. There are two stakeholders in a SVIO pattern. Always remember that. Okay, someone gave her something. He is, you get patterns like that. I hope you get it. He presented someone something. She gave him something. Those kind of patterns you can always see in SVIO. Is another one example. Children are naughty. So what is children? Children will be subject. Is verb. Are naughty is complement. Naughty is complement. Okay, children are doesn't give meaning if you remove the. So let's move on to the next one. At Chennai, people give children biryani. So here at Chennai is urgent, people is subject, give children is indirect object, biryani is direct object. So ASIODO is the pattern. Answers the question what and whom, right? Whom children, what biryani. Okay. So let's move to the next pattern. I hope the session is clear right now with these examples. If not, please tell me in the comment section. I would definitely reply to your comments and I would clear the doubts then and there. Okay. Today he is sad. So today is urgent, right? He is subject, is verb. Sad is complement. Okay, ASVC. I will give you another one. Happily, they left. Happily is an urgent. They is subject. Left is verb. This is a quite easy topic. Once you remember what kind of questions and the pattern, you can easily find out. People might get confused with the complement and urgent, but otherwise, this is a very easy topic and you can score 10 out of 10 in this. Let's look at another example. Reading made him a complete man. So this is obviously reading made verb him a complete man is IODO. Let's look on to another example. The girls danced well. So here the girls, yes, danced verb, well is urgent, SVEA. India is a developing country. So India would be subject. Is a developing country. Verb, a developing country will be complement. It is SVC. Okay. If you remove developing country, it doesn't make any sense. So what are the other examples? With this one example, I think we can wind up the session. I met her in Mumbai yesterday. So this would be I, subject, verb, her in Mumbai yesterday. What would be the answer? It is her is object in Mumbai is urgent. Again, yesterday is in another urgent. So it is SVOAA. So these patterns are quite rare, but don't mark it wrongly like SVIODO. I've never seen patterns like SVOAA. Don't do all that. Okay. All right. I'll give you one more example. I don't want to wind up the session. Um, yeah, just one more example, and then you're good to go. She will give you a book. Okay. So this is yes, we IODO. Okay. Just because you don't have to confuse with the previous pattern, I wanted to make sure that you know give what whom answers the questions, right? Yes. I hope you all enjoyed watching the session. In case if you have any queries or any doubts, or if you want me to work on a particular topic, and if you would want to see a lecture on that, I would definitely love to do it. So be it anything, in case if you want me to improve on a particular topic, or if you have any sort of doubts, please tell me in the comment section. I would be very happy to hear from all of you. And also please like and share the content. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.